Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to OG Dota versus CDEC Gaming for the Frankfurt Major 2015.
Hello.
Hello, Danny. How are you? So, today we're not going to be doing a solo cast. We actually got Danny around and we're going to be taking a look at this game. It's actually our second one. I'm not uploading the first one though, because that was kind of a disaster. But Danny, this time we got it.
I think it was a disaster too.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's why we practice.
Yeah, very first time casting together. Now this is the second time. Pretty sure it's gonna be a disaster as well, but maybe a bit less of a disaster.
Yeah, that's really the point, right? Mild improvements. Maybe not completely awful, but just kind of shit, right? That's what I'm aiming for right now. Let's go and get that done.
Okay.
Anyway,
so
gonna get into the game. So we have IO and Tiny already coming out for OG, which is actually kind of like a signature thing for them, right? Like they have Note, who is known for being kind of the best IO player in the world.
Yeah, he is
probably
one of the best. But the thing is, he's playing carry right now, but it's still really good because he was playing support Wisp before, and he understands the hero. So even if he's not the one playing the Wisp, he knows how to play with a Wisp very well.
Yeah,
but he's the one playing the Tiny, isn't he?
Can I just say one thing?
No. Yeah.
Thank you, Danny. No, but Note actually used to be the mid player for Fnatic. Before they went to Dota, and back when he was still in the old Fnatic MSI team, Note was a mid player, and he was known as being by far the best mid player. Right, so it's not like Note is not used to playing a core role in a competitive environment. He definitely knows what he's doing there, and that's why I'm also like, you know what, they can definitely make this work, and Tiny IO, I think, is really, like, it's just super strong, right? Like, how do you even beat that? How do you even go up against that?
It is really good, really strong.
So, other than that, of course, we have Queen of Pain and Tusk. Queen of Pain is, I believe, still the most picked hero in competitive Dota, which is not too surprising, right? I feel like Queen of Pain is just super safe. You can't really go wrong with her. Interestingly enough, they also have Tusk, which I believe is the second most picked hero in competitive Dota. So, you know, they already got that figured out. Winter Wyvern also coming out for CDEC and Broodmother last.
Broodmother. Ooh. If Tiny Wisp duo lane mid, Queen of Pain is good against that. She always has the blink. If she gets comboed, you know, toss avalanche, maybe she won't survive. She's not full HP. But Queen of Pain is one of the best answers to the mid lane Wisp Tiny. Because of the blink.
Yeah, it's hard to kill, right? Yeah. Like usually you can't just catch people, and you're faster than them, of course, with the IO movement speed.
Yeah, you're much faster.
You get slowed down, and then you get comboed, and all of a sudden you're dead, and you can't turn it around because IO just heals so much. But Queen of Pain, she just jumps away, and it's gonna be fine. Now, the thing about Broodmother, of course, a lot of teams have already been caught out by Broodmother this tournament, right? Where, honestly, they were doing fine, but then suddenly the enemy picks up Broodmother, and then you just lose.
Last pick Broodmother, as always, really scary.
Now, CDEC didn't go for the last pick Broodmother. This is second phase Broodmother, which is unusual. Usually she is that last pick, right? She's that hero that, oh, they didn't account for Broodmother. Well, let's take the free win and move on, right? So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Also, I think Broodmother is really not a CDEC hero.
No?
No, CDEC has this very unique style, I think. Where they have aggressive as their carry, and aggressive just builds a lot of stats, and then they move around a lot. They move as a group of 4.
I don't remember seeing them picking Broodmother. So they have one last pick on CDEC. They already have the offlane Brood, Queen of Pain mid.
They need an aggressive hero. They don't have that
They
right
need
now.
a safe lane carry hero right now.
Yeah.
Safe lane hero that will have a lot of space, most likely, because Broodmother is a hero offlane that forces a lot of people to stay there. Broodmother, you need to stay on your safe lane against Broodmother. Otherwise she will kill the towers and get your jungle and create a lot of space.
I think CDEC needs to absolutely take Gyrocopter right now, because else OG
it's banned. It would be good, but it's banned.
Oh wait, it's banned?
Yeah.
Oh, he's banned. I'm sorry, I completely missed that.
But it would be really good, yeah.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I'm sorry, excuse me then. A Viper?
What?
Wait! So is that like a safe lane Queen of Pain then?
I I
Mid
still
Viper,
think it's a
safe lane
mid lane
Corp?
Queen of Pain.
Safe lane Viper? Who does that? That's really weird to me. Because another thing about CDEC, right? Aggressive, you're gonna hear me talk a lot about that player, by the way. I think Aggressive is the core of CDEC,
Yeah.
right? And by that I don't mean that he plays the core
10
heroes. I
seconds
think that
remaining.
without Aggressive as a player, CDEC just falls apart.
Seconds
Because the
remaining.
entire style is centered around that player. And I don't
Reserve
think that
time.
Viper is a hero for him because he likes being mobile. He likes having a lot of stats. He likes being very aggressive. Get it? No, but
Yeah. I mean, you know more than me for sure because
Yeah.
you said you follow them. I don't know much about CDEC or CDEC,
but
whatever.
my point is just that
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
very
yeah. I know
surprised
what
by
you
this
mean.
draft. I think this is really, really odd, and this is not at all what I expected.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe OG may feel the same way, right? Where they are just in a position where it's just, this is not CDEC. This is not how they usually play. This is really, really odd. And I'm interested in seeing how this plays out. Now, OG, they are looking for their safe lane hero.
Oh,
I think,
Alchemist,
an Alchemist. Is that going to be a mid Alchemist? Then? No, that's probably a safe lane, right?
Miracle,
Yeah, Miracle
Alchemist.
is, by the way, the one that made the whole Radiance, TP boots, Octarine Core Manta style build popular in the West, right? This is the player for it. You talked
Yeah.
about it earlier,
Yeah.
not during
Not
this,
when
but
we were casting.
yeah, not
but
during
yeah.
the cast, but you talked about it earlier how the Chinese players were already doing this
Yeah.
for quite a while. Miracle, however, is the one that really made it popular in the West, right?
Yeah.
Without him, we wouldn't be playing like this. So this is going to be interesting to see how it works out.
The Alchemist pick is actually really good. They picked the Brute Mother because they saw
Prepare for battle.
OG can't really split push. They didn't have a good split push before the Alchemist. But Alchemist with the Radiance, Boots of Travel, Manta is the split push they were looking for.
Yeah.
Because Earthshaker doesn't split push very well. Undying is a 5-manning hero, fighting hero. He doesn't split push either. And Tiny Wisp are just going together. So they are like two heroes, but it's like one hero because they are moving together all the time. So they immediately picked the Brood Mother because they can't split push, but then Alchemist is the split push. This is gonna be an interesting game for sure.
Oh, definitely. It's
They
definitely
are-
an interesting game. Not just like based from the picks, I think, though. Just it's also because of the teams, right? Again, this
Yeah.
is not something that is common for
30
CDEC.
seconds to
And
go.
as you can see, Aggressive is actually playing the Queen of Pain, and we have Shiki on the Viper.
Oh,
Shiki
yeah.
only plays mid, and Aggressive
Oh,
only
iShards.
plays safe lane.
Undying.
Yeah, Fly
Fissure.
taking quite a bit of damage here. The Queen of Pain is
He's-
caught out. She does not have the blink. Keep that in mind. And I think the Queen of Pain will fall. Yeah, there
Yep.
we go with the DK. Fly takes it, and that's the first blood in favor of OG.
And they also get the bounty rune for Alchemist.
And they get the bounty. Yes.
This is really big for them.
probably this is probably more important than the first blood.
Yeah.
Getting the bounty rune on Miracle, that's of course 500
500.
gold in his pocket right away. That is so ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. But yeah, so that's huge. Iki
So
manages to at least sneak in the rune top, but ooh,
Tiny
this-
Wisp are going top lane.
Mm.
That's
I'm not too
because
surprised by that.
someone has to clear the army of spiders somehow. And looking at OG's lineup, Tiny is the only one that can do it. Alchemist can drop the acid spray, of course, but Brute Mother is just gonna move the spiders away. But Tiny is the only one that can avalanche, toss, combo, kill the army of spiders.
And another thing about the Viper is really hard to kill, right?
Yeah,
With the
really
with the
hard.
passive, the corrosive skin, like first of all you don't attack that quickly, your movement speed is slowed, and he has additional magic resistance.
Actually, we were both so wrong. This is not the mid lane we expected. We were like, oh, it's gonna be Tiny Wisp against co-op mid
Yeah.
lane, and this is this is not it.
Well, may I just point out that I asked the right questions. Is Miracle gonna take the mid? Is the Alchemist
Yeah.
mid? Is maybe Aggressive the safe lane Queen of Pain? Here,
Yeah.
you see who gets it. No,
I mean, aggressive is the carry player.
yeah, and as I mentioned, he only plays safe lane, right? Like I
Yeah.
think CDEC is really one of those teams where you can see based on players who's going into what lane. It doesn't matter what hero they have. It's just Aggressive is in the safe lane and Cheeky is in the mid, and that's just how it is. There's no question about that. Now, Viper against Alchemist, I think, is pretty interesting. Because Miracle, of course, is going to be spamming the acid spray. That's what makes Alchemist a solid mid hero. You just constantly spam the acid spray on every single creep wave. And the enemy can't really do much about it, right?
I think
Oh,
Alchemist has advantage in that lane. Broodmother died top lane.
Yeah, Broodmother goes down, but we currently have Miracle in a little bit of a sticky situation, but he just gets the bounty rune, it's gonna end up being fine. But yeah, Broodmother going down on the top lane, of course. Pretty big deal, I would say, because like that hero needs to do well, right? What do you think about a Broodmother that doesn't do well during the laning stage? How much use does she have in the rest of the game?
Well, if you get behind, you have to keep in mind that when Broodmother is picked, he's gonna stay on the off lane most of the time, and he can die again now. No, Winter Wyvern. He doesn't have the Cold Embrace. Now Winter Wyvern is the one that's gonna die. There is no bottle yet. They can't get mana. No one dies.
He might have been able to do it, I think, with the mana potion, but he didn't want to risk wasting it. So.
Tiny bought a bottle, but I'm sure he's gonna give it to Wisp. This is bottle for the Wisp. It's just the Tiny buying it.
Well, he's also the one that gets the most out of it, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not, he's definitely gonna get that one to the Wisp. And actually, you see the Wisp was already walking to, like, all the way back. He's gonna grab that, and everything's gonna be fine. And actually, at the bottom, we lose Moonman there. Earthshaker going down to aggressive on the Queen of Pain. Garter, of course, helping out a little.
Yeah, it's really good combo. They have the Ice Shards to block, Snowball to stun, and Queen of Pain has a blink. Earthshaker is a hero that has no escape ability, no blink, no leap, nothing like that. He can only stun, but it doesn't make much difference. Top lane though, Tiny. They are going on him, Undying is behind them, gonna heal. Level 2 Soul Reap. I mean, it's a level 1
And now with the bottle, yeah, Io is gonna just keep Note and safe here. So, one thing that I always... So this is how I think of Earthshaker, right? And you just let me know if you think I'm right or if I'm completely off with this.
Wait, mid lane.
I don't know if
Shiki is gonna get stunned by the fissure, and
Fly
then
is
the
also incoming.
unstable
Yeah, Shiki is
concoction.
dead.
And he's dead.
Middle tower is under attack.
Alchemist. Alchemist getting kills on top of the the Grievous Greed bonus gold. It's really bad.
So one thing about Earthshaker, right? I always think that Earthshaker is just picked because you really want an Earthshaker. You don't put him into the offlane because he's great at offlaning, because he's not. Earthshaker really just doesn't have like a chance of getting any last hits in the lane, really. Like, you can block the creep wave with the Fissure and keep it back at the tower, so you at least get some experience, but you're not really gonna get farm. You're not really gonna get kills or apply any sort of pressure. You're mostly just there because your team really wanted an Earthshaker and because you can survive in that lane and get some levels.
Yeah, that's right. He can last hit under the tower. I don't see why not. Like, if you block the creeps with Fissure and the lane pushes to your tower. Right now he's rotating.
Though, right?
Right now they completely abandoned the bottom lane because they can't do anything there. Look at the Earthshaker, he's top lane right now.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised by that. The Queen of Pain, of course, like, a hero that is that powerful is just gonna run over an Earthshaker. So the poor little guy has just given up on it.
Yeah.
So, the interesting thing, of course, is to see when CDEC is gonna make use of that Queen of Pain. The thing about CDEC is they really like grouping up, right? They really like playing that Chinese 5-man Dota style that was introduced by Newbie. They have like a little bit of a variation on it, as in they rely a lot on aggressive, right? They really just play to enable him. But other than that, it's a lot of death balling, mostly. Yeah. But it's an interesting variation on it, I guess.
Well, the Queen of Pain offers 2 really good nukes for the Alchemist. That's how you want to kill the Alchemist, with good nukes. She has the Scream of Pain and Sonic Wave. If you try to kill Alchemist slowly with auto attacks or damage over time spells, that's not gonna happen because his ultimate regens 2 times more damage than you deal to him. He has to be killed by nukes, and that's what Queen of Pain offers. Really good nukes. He's tipping top right now. That Sonic
He's
Wave.
He's gonna take a lot of damage here.
Sonic Wave is gonna be used on the top lane. They probably
it hasn't been used, Danny.
Well, he tipped top, so he's looking to use it.
Well, he hasn't used it yet though, and
And Earthshaker tip is bottom immediately to try to
Danny.
get some experience.
Danny, let me get a word in.
Yeah?
I'm trying to speak too, Danny.
No, you can't speak. It's only me speaking.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's awkward, man.
Yeah, sure.
Work, man.
Sorry, go ahead.
We have a Metal Yor coming out on the Alchemist. What do you think of that?
That's minus armor, but that the early medallion helps rushing faster.
You don't sound too convinced.
Yeah, because I don't know why wouldn't he go for the radiance first. What happened
Okay.
bottom? He tipped bottom and then
I-
he died.
Well, he just got picked off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really not that.
It's just
not that
really hard
surprising.
for the Earthshaker to find any experience and farm in this game.
Yeah, that's always the downside of an Earthshaker, right? The hero is amazing. Earthshaker is so cool. He brings so much to a team. It's just hard to lane him, right? Like, as long as you get him past the laning stage, he becomes a powerhouse. But early on, yeah, he can set up some kills, but other than that, he just doesn't really bring much to the table. So it's gonna be kind of awkward for him, I suppose. Now, one thing I think is interesting about the Medallion of Courage is that any sort of percentage-based mana region works really well with Alchemist, because like the flat mana region you get from Chemical Rage actually gets amplified,
Yeah.
right?
Bottom lane, double damage on
Oh.
aggressive. Relocate Tiny.
Yeah, down he goes
So,
though.
instead of killing Undying, they lose the Quop. That was really well done. That was... I would call that a bait by Undying.
Well, either that or it was a great reaction. But either way, the IO Tiny combo, of course, like we can already see it coming out, and this is gonna be a big factor in this game, right? I feel like Tiny overall is just such a fantastic pick for OG here, which I think is odd, right? Because they did first pick him. Tiny IO were the first two picks for OG, and
They are-
the-
Earthshaker bottom died again.
God, I keep missing these kills. I'm so sorry. I should just. Can I change my camera to?
Fuck watch it.
I have
What?
somebody else doing the camera for me. That was so cool. Danny, change the camera to English.
Oh
audio.
yeah, I can change it to the casters.
Oh, let's do it that way. No, I
But
can't fuck up
yeah, you
anymore.
can watch the minimap, and if you see two heroes together, you can assume that they are fighting.
Danny, trust me, I'm trying very hard.
Yeah, but you're speaking a lot more than me, so that's okay.
Am I though?
I guess.
Oh well. So
It
Miracle,
doesn't
by the way,
matter.
finishes up the Solar Crest.
Solar Crest.
This is really interesting. This actually reminds me of something I was doing a little while back. When Alchemist first got the like huge buffs, what I like to do is I played him in the mid lane, and I bought a lot of support items on Alchemist, right? So I went for like Mecha, and Solar Crest, and Force Staff,
Mecha on
and
Alchemist.
Yours. Yeah, the idea there is that Alchemist's abilities, honestly, they don't fit on a carry now, do they? Right? Think about what part of Alchemist really is like a carry ability. The only thing he has going for him is the lower base attack time from the ultimate,
Yeah.
right? Other than that, everything Alchemist has could just as well be placed on a support, because the acid spray affects enemy heroes no matter what. Right, like I put acid spray on you, now I don't need to hit you, my Tiny can hit you. I don't need to do that, somebody else can, because the minus armor affects you either way, right? This stun is a very high risk, high reward kind of ability, which is really not that fitting for like your position 1 right click carry. Because what if you get silenced, what if you get locked down and then you
Yeah.
blow yourself up? That's all really,
If
really
you stun
awkward.
yourself, it's disaster.
But if you are just a support, then it's just not that big of a deal.
Oh,
right?
bottom lane, relocate, Tiny.
Yeah. Oh, they're going
Tiny
in on
with
this one.
the
Q
Earthshaker.
gonna be locked down, and
He's not
just
escaping from that.
instantly picked off. No, they're just trolling. Oh man.
Wait, what happened?
No, Taylor, it's a beautiful flower. That's what happened. Crit's gonna be
And
murdered.
he died. Top lane. I mean, sorry, it's crit on the IO. When I see Wisp, I think of Noteo for some reason.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, for some reason. That's because he was like the
Yeah.
#1 player for the hero for quite a while, and he may still be. But
Yeah.
anyway, my point was this, right? Alchemist, as long if you just disregard the attack speed bonus from the ultimate, then he doesn't really have any carry abilities. But he's a really difficult to
Mid
kill
lane
support.
Tiny gets tossed back into
right.
the Undying.
Shiki's actually super tanky with the mech and
Yeah,
everything.
very
Dota
tanky.
also incoming. And they might not be able to pull the... No, Shiki. No, actually, the Viper is still alive.
One more, yeah.
There we go.
Undying gets it.
Fly gonna take that one. And OG is very aggressive right now. They're using that IO to the fullest extent.
They are
the Tiny, of
aggressive.
course.
And I thought CDEC is gonna be aggressive.
Well, CDEC right now I think is mostly looking to farm up, right? They want to get like a few core items. They want to make sure their heroes are at the power level they want them to be at, and then they're gonna start roaming around. But the problem with that is just they have this Broodmother, right? And this is why I'm surprised that they picked that hero, because I don't feel like Broodmother really fits into their style of draft, into that like team-orientated playstyle, because Broodmother is just not a team-orientated hero.
No, she stays
She
on
likes
the
to be on
lane
her own.
mostly.
Yeah, like Broodmother is the kind of hero where you just assign her a lane and then she just stays there for the rest of the game. And that doesn't work that well if you're
Blink
looking to
dagger.
teamfight. Oh man. That wasn't even a blink dagger, that was just No-Tail running
Another
in.
kill. Yeah.
Wait, does the Alchemist have a blink dagger?
Yeah, he just bought one.
That is a support Alchemist, man.
This... Can
Look
you
at
see
that.
the net worth?
Yeah.
Look how big the difference is. Classic
think-
Alchemist.
That is such a... Now think about how scary that hero is though, right?
Yeah.
How are you gonna kill that? How are you killing the Alchemist?
He's sitting next to the Brood, invisible. He has no dust to kill him. Maybe... Oh, Wisp is going down bottom lane.
No, they're gonna TP out just
Some
fine.
aggressive play. He's gonna be defending this tower. He's looking for someone to TP. Like right now, OG has to TP in. Earthshaker is TPing in. He has no dust. He can stun, but it's not enough. They need a dust. Wisp has a dust, but relocate is on cooldown. He can't relocate after he respawns. Oh, the spider gold.
Yeah, that's Santor coming in big time. That was like
Yeah.
200 gold just because the Santor stunned those spiders. And no follow up on that catapult toss.
I really thought Alchemist will go for the Radiance Manta style build because they need the split push. But the Blink Dagger Solar Crest is pretty good build as well. The minus armor from Acid Spray and Solar Crest means that you get more damage from the stun because it's physical.
Do you think he's still gonna go for a Radiance anyway? It's not too
I don't
late,
know.
right?
It's... If you don't get it as a first item, I don't know if it's worth it.
Oh, we're gonna see the stun. Charged
they
up.
are
And he's
going
gonna
in.
go in on Shiki.
Yep,
All of the armor already removed and the
everything
Viper
on
will fall.
Shiki, and he's dead.
You can even see the TP. It was started and quickly cancelled.
Yeah.
There's no point. There's no way. So they lose the Viper, and we have the Winter Wyvern trying to annoy them a little, but he is definitely not defending.
This is basically 5-manning. When I
Yeah,
saw
but-
the Undying is a hero that wants to 5-man a lot. And since Tiny and Wisp are moving together like one hero, and then the Undying as well, this is 5-man. So Miracle is not going for the Radiance build, that means not so great split push. They just want a 5-man and fight. Meanwhile, CDEC, the Broodmother is doing really well.
Oh, we got the IO frozen and just taken down really quickly.
Yeah, getting picked
Aggressive
off a little bit.
maybe looking at Fly, but I don't think they're getting him. No.
No. Snowball is on cooldown, nothing can cancel. Queen of Pain almost has an Orchid finished. If you Orchid that Wisp and silence him, it's really good. Also, sorry, Orchid on the Alchemist when he's channeling the stun, so he stuns himself. That's also really good.
Yeah.
It's just the best item here, and adds a lot to Queen of Pain's right click. She already has good magic damage, Scream of Pain, and pure damage Sonic Wave, so Orchid adds to the right click. So she has both right click and magical damage.
1 second, Danny. Shiki
Yeah,
is gonna be bursted down in the mid lane. They
Yeah.
may be looking for more though. No, they're charging down the tier 1. They're looking for Q. Tries to turn it around though. Crit taking quite a bit of damage there, but the blink up top. Yeah, there we go. Okay. A
Rip.
little tricky with the trees in a way, but IO ends up being fine, and the Winter Wyvern taken down by an avalanche.
They
So the
are
mid
just
tower is gonna be
ignoring
next
the
in
brood
line.
mother.
Radiant
Are you noticing how
structures
they
are
say we don't care that you have a brood mother?
Yeah, and the Broodmother isn't getting anything done.
Radiant's middle
This is-
tower
Right.
is under
She got the
attack.
tier 2 up top. That's great and everything, but so what? Right?
I
That's not gonna
think-
win you fights.
Radiant's
I
middle
think even
tower
if
has
brood
fallen.
destroys top racks,
Radiant's
if
middle
her
tower
team is
under
getting
attack.
wrecked very hard, it doesn't make any difference. And Broodmother is just a hero that stays top lane. Basically, if you have Brood, it's gonna be... Oh! Undying is just so dead.
No, Broodmother got an Orchid though. I like
Orchid,
that a lot.
yeah.
I think the Broodmother needs to build some sort of fighting
Yeah.
style here. Because she can't just do split pushing forever. Since they have too many heroes that just clear out the creep wave. Right? They have the Alchemist that just goes in, puts down an acid spray. They have the Tiny, of course, who can just burst it down, no problem. So she can't just sit top forever and farm up. And you can see it now, right? CDEC is grouping up. They have a smoke
Smoking.
coming up. And
The-
they're looking for a kill.
The Orchid on Brood is so... If anyone tries to split push or counter push... Oh!
Oh,
Alchemist gets silenced.
Balance and burst down.
Ultimate is on cooldown anyway, but still, silence. That's the good part of it. Very good pick off there. Nobody is pushing bottom. They knew someone from OG is gonna be farming that one camp.
Dire's
And
middle
they just
yeah,
kill him.
definitely.
is under
And they were lucky that it's an Alchemist. It's a big kill. How much gold was that? 400 for Winter Wyvern? It's a really big kill.
Dire's middle
The
tower
net
One
worth, the
thing-
difference in team net worth is only 2000 advantage for OG. It's not so big difference.
And most of that is on the Alchemist. Which I always feel like Alchemist is the kind of hero where you kind of... It doesn't really count, right? Like, Alchemist having 2 grand more than you. Well, yeah, but... I mean, come on.
He's
It's Alchemist.
he's supposed to. You're already assuming that
Yeah.
Alchemist
If
is gonna
Alchemist
be
isn't
rich.
ahead,
Oh,
then he is behind.
blink away on
And then...
no tail. Aggressive blinks in very aggressively into 5
he's
people,
dead.
and he just gets
No, they're frozen up. They're gonna take the tombstone down
relocate.
immediately.
That was a relocate back to base, and Tiny TPs back to the lane immediately.
Got a buyback, by the way, from the Queen of Pain. She's trying to get here as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Miracle now in the fight. Now, that's the problem, right? The Alchemist doesn't really add any damage. So, yeah, it's a little tricky like that. Io and Alchemist are trying to chase people down right now. It's not gonna happen, though. Aggressive is back.
Yeah.
And they lose the Io. Cheeky might be next in line, but no, Note is just running
Oh,
and
the
gets silenced up, though. In
silence.
the meantime, in the background, we got the Winter Wyvern locked down. He's gonna be murdered by Fly, and Miracle just caught between a whole bunch of heroes. And Aggressive and Cheeky managed to take down Notail, though. So overall, I think that's still in favor of OG, though.
That was a monster kill for the Queen of Pain. So the buyback is totally worth it, I guess.
Really?
He got 800 gold from the no tail kill.
Yeah, but she still bought back and died beforehand, right? So she didn't
Yeah.
make any money.
It was a not bad buyback because he died before using the ultimate, and the Sonic Wave is a big spell. You definitely want to use it in a team fight.
Yeah, that's true.
So he just buys back so he can use his spells. And he did get a kill on Tiny. It was really good.
Alright, sure. So,
Oh,
but-
there's a blink on the Earthshaker now. Earthshaker with blink. If Broodmother has a very big army of spiders pushing a tower, Earthshaker can blink in and Echo Slam. Pretty much you can solo kill the Brood with Earthshaker. It's only level 1 Echo Slam though. It's pretty weak. Broodmother is like level 12. And Broodmother is going BKB next item. He has the Ogre Club already. OG though, smoking on the bottom lane. They will be going Roche, or they looking for a pick off and then Roche. You can see CDEC is pinging Roche and sending spiders. No, this is definitely not Roche. They are looking for someone to kill.
Yeah, and you can see that CDAC, they know.
Yeah, they know for
They're
sure.
falling back,
They know.
all running away from this. Except for the Broodman, of course, she's just sitting in the jungle still.
Yeah. Alchemist is pinging the spider like, oh, hello. You know I'm here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, tipping back. Not gonna even attempt to do Roche. If they try to go for Roche, it's pretty risky. Can't just go Roche like
Dire's
that.
middle
Winter
tower
Wyvern's
is under
ultimate. Queen of Pain's ultimate. Really scary for team fight. Very good team fight spells. That's what you need when you have Brute Mother. You need good 4-man like team fight, because Brute Mother is not gonna be joining unless they are fighting with him under the webs. If they fight on the part of the map where Brute Mother has webs, that's what CDEC wants.
You know, one thing I think is interesting is that the Viper actually grabbed Hand of Midas.
Yeah. And
After
that's...
boots, after a whole bunch
Yeah.
of stat items, you just, you know, build them a Hand of Midas.
The mech
So-
is... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so it seems to
Sorry.
me like
Radiant's bottom
CDEC
tower
is trying
under
to,
attack.
now they're aware of the fact that currently nobody really has any money, right? If you take a look at this net worth graph, this is pretty even for a lot of heroes, but none of them really got that much, right? Nobody is rich in this game,
Dire's
except
top
for,
tower is under
actually no, the Alchemist doesn't have shit. No, Alchemist just bought an Aghanim's.
Oh yeah, he is... Who is he
He put an
giving it?
Aghanim's on the Tiny. It's already on the Tiny.
To the Tiny.
Yeah,
And
that's
Tiny is
huge.
going Butterfly. Eagle Song?
That-
That's a
That
butterfly.
is the best thing you can do, by the way. That is so powerful. Tiny is, in my opinion, like the strongest carry in the game if you don't have to buy an Aghanim's.
Yeah.
Because you're given to it. It has been given to you by Alchemist, because that's usually what holds him back, right? Like he only has 5 inventory spots because one of them needs to be filled with this shitty item that doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But now he doesn't have that.
I heard
restriction anymore.
someone saying that somewhere. I think it was you, but I don't know.
Maybe it was me. I've said that before.
Yeah.
But
Some video or something. I don't know.
Tiny can be insane if you actually let him get 6 stopper.
Getting
Right,
Rosh.
They're going for Roshan right
Minus
now. And
armor
all of the
from
minus
acid
armor,
spray
yeah.
and medallion.
They know, but I don't think they can prevent it. It's just going
No.
down too quickly, and it seems that CDEC seems to agree. They'll just let them have it.
Yeah. I'm wondering if he gave the Aghanims to Undying instead. That 10 strength steal is insane. But then again, the Tiny, like, not having to buy it is so big.
Yeah, I think it's still better to give it to the Tiny, just
Yeah.
because the Tiny has so much more money.
Yeah,
than,
yeah, it's for
Undying.
sure much better, but I was just wondering.
He
Is
could
it-
still do it, right? Like,
is it-
I don't think that's a bad idea at all. I feel Miracle could definitely decide to
middle tower
build another
is under
Aghanims
attack.
and pass that one on to the Undying, but at that point, the Alchemist is really far behind, right? He's going to be struggling a lot. So that's interesting. But as I was saying, right, I feel like nobody in this game really has any money, except for No Tail now, but that's cheated because Alchemist. And overall, it's just
Butterfly.
everybody's kind of poor. And so the Hand of Midas coming out, I think that kind of shows me that CDEC seems to at least somewhat agree and think, okay, you know what, we'll just go ahead and get this item that gives me secure farm. We have been fighting a lot, which gives me no time to just hit creeps, right? So we'll just get the Hand of Midas, like, it's gonna give me money, and then we'll hopefully be able to cover with that. But currently, it's looking a little grim. Like, having the Tiny with the 3 Aghanims really scares me for CDEC's chances.
And the first item, Butterfly, I'm not so sure if that's the item, but you know, Warlord's Punch. Oh, it can't miss. You can't miss the punch.
No, you can't
But-
miss the punch.
Queen of Pain is like more of nukes, Scream of Pain and Sonic Wave. And they like, who has a right click on
Radiant's top
CDEC?
tower is under
Viper,
attack.
but it's not so strong right click. Maybe Brute Mother.
No, Queen of Pain definitely right clicks a lot. And a lot of
Yeah.
her damage is definitely right clicks, but
Radiant's top tower
Yeah,
is
but
under
it's still
attack.
not very
you don't.
big right click damage.
Yeah, and you don't. I feel like Queen of Pain is the kind of hero where you don't want to buy an MKB, right? Really not
I
the
think it's
goal
pretty
here.
good. I think a lot of Queen of Pains buy BKB.
Because they are forced into it. Like, they would much
Yeah.
rather prefer other items like a sheep stick or an assault cuirass or something of the sort.
Assault Cuirass
Yeah.
became very good.
It's super good. I love that item on Queen of Pain. I think that would be a great choice here too. But
Yeah.
right now, again, she just doesn't have that much money, right? She doesn't even have the BKB done yet. And it's really not that late, right? I feel like at 26 minutes you could
Oh,
expect the
Tiny
Queen
gets
of Pain
blocked.
to have-
He's blocked right now by the Ice Shards.
And silenced up too.
The Fissure, they can't kill him.
No, he's too big, too scary. And the thing is, even
too
if they
tanky.
I think they could have, right?
Yeah.
But then they commit a lot to an Aegis kill. That's not a great idea.
Relocating
Cheeky.
top on the Tiny, on
Cheeky is
the
gonna be
Viper.
caught. And
he
actually
goes
tries to
on
turn it around on crit. The IO taking a lot of damage, he's gonna go down. Nice.
1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, I like that. That's great awareness, right? A lot of people would have panicked right there, just tried to run away, but
Yeah.
no. Shiki knows I'm dead. Right?
Yeah.
There's no way I'm getting out.
Yes.
So let's just try to kill the IO. At least we can get something that way.
Yeah. He got 400 gold from killing the IO, and then he lost 500. So it's kinda good for him. It's okay.
No, not too bad. Definitely not,
Not
too
too
bad. Of
bad.
course, Tiny getting more money is always a problem, but
The thing
at
is,
this point it's hard to prevent that.
when you are getting relocate ganked by Wisp Tiny, you know you can't TP out because Tiny has a stun. If you get relocate ganked by Wisp Ursa, well, you can just TP out because they have no stuns. Okay, Tiny
Oh no,
getting
is going
bursted,
down. Actually, he's still
and
no,
he
no,
still
Tae's
has
dead.
the Aegis.
Oh, but see that? Look at that. The aggressive BKB coming up. Oh, nice
Oh, he
blink.
blinks in.
He's going in on this, but that was maybe just a little bit.
The Wisp is
too
not
the
there.
wall. He's frozen up, taking a lot of damage, though he gets protected by his team. The Broodmother is sitting on top of No-Tail, and now there he goes. Tiny gets a kill on the Broodmother.
The Wisp is here now. Is gonna heal Tiny.
Look at Miracle. He's just going in. He's trying to body block up Shiki.
He's going
He
in.
gets slowed down. We got Moon around as well, and
Dos.
there goes
Dos
the
fissure.
Viper.
Yeah. The Wisp was not in the fight yet when the fight started. He came later. But they still couldn't kill the Tiny. He's just so tanky right now.
Yeah, he's just so big.
This butterfly is like totally worth it now. Now it makes sense, I guess.
God, I feel so happy right now. Danny,
Because OG is winning.
no,
Because
Well, that-
Tiny is winning.
not even Dad. Danny, this is my fucking strategy.
Oh yeah.
the tiny with the Alchemist and the Alchemist building support items is just sharing shit to the Tiny.
He has a moon shard now. Look at the
I
attack
did
speed.
that like 2 months ago.
You're so good.
I know, thank you. No, that makes me so happy. I love seeing something like that. It always like reassures me that I actually know a little bit about this game.
Radiant's bottom
But this
tower
is
under
just
attack.
so problematic, right? Like the Tiny is just not dying. And what do? He puts out too much damage now with the Moonshot. The Moonshot is basically a permanent mask of madness.
If Tiny gets the opportunity to hit barracks, you can close
Bar-
your eyes for 2 seconds and then open them and the racks will be gone.
Radiant's bottom tower
Danny,
is under
2
attack.
seconds? That's
Yeah.
a long ass time. This is not gonna take him 2 seconds.
I mean,
this is just a
Moonshard,
problem.
Butterfly, and then
Look
the
at that, actually,
overcharge
please.
from Wisp. You know how much attack speed is that? Racks will
You know
be
what
gone.
my dream is right now? I want No-Tail to get a Mask of Madness. You already got the lifesteal.
Is it
You got a Morbid
Mask of
Mask?
Madness?
he's
Isn't
got a
Helm of the
Morbid Mask.
Dominator like more...
That's not what it's about. It's about having a Tiny that hits with 500 attack speed. That's what it's about. I need this in my life right now. That would
Lifesteal
be
is
so
good.
cool.
I'm pretty sure it's Satanic.
It's probably satanic. It makes a lot more sense, but actually, what's on the courier?
What's on the career?
I want to see what's on the courier.
Yeah, Helm of
Oh,
Iron
that's so
Will.
disappointing.
disappointing.
That would have been so
It's
cool,
good.
man. Come on, Mask of Madness would have been cool. Like, just see a Tiny
Yeah.
go crazy on everybody.
Yeah.
I guess it would be a bad idea
But
because
he doesn't
like,
have
again,
a BKB, and
Yeah,
they won't
and the-
just let them hit. Oh my, what? He blinked on top of the Brood. If they had a gem there, do they have a gem? No. No
By the way,
gem.
we got a Vladimir's now done on the Alchemist. So he's sticking to that build. He's just sharing items across. Note, really now? Look at what creep he dominated.
The small one.
Seriously. No, he took the tiny wolf. He didn't take the big wolf.
Yeah, exactly, the small one. It has. He's
Why?
he's gonna look. He's letting it die to the creeps. Like, I don't want you.
Okay, we'll just forget about that.
I didn't see. Was it a misclick or there wasn't a big wolf? What happened?
I don't know. I think
Ah,
it
okay.
was that there wasn't a big creep because I didn't see the
They're
big
going
creep
right
wolves.
into the Brood Mother. Oh my god.
You know what I just learned?
What just happened? He died in like 1 second.
That is really cool, but I'm also happy that the observer that I'm using, because I'm not doing the camera myself, is almost as bad at doing the camera as I am.
Really? Is he missing kills?
He just missed that one.
That
Oh,
means I'm the
man.
best observer ever.
I should just use your camera. How do I do that?
You can't. It's
I
not
know.
available.
That's really sad. That would be awesome.
They should get me to work as observer.
Okay, I'll do the casting. You do the observer.
Can we do that somehow?
And I don't know. I don't know. Alright, so we got Earthshaker, by the way. Now,
Gem.
of course, he had his Blink Dagger for a little while, picking up a Yules.
Gem on Winter Wyvern.
Alchemist, by the way, I think this is why we see a Moonshard on a Tiny as opposed to an Assault Cuirass, because the Alchemist is going for the Assault Cuirass. Which does make sense. Right, that's
Oh yeah. Yeah. They need it in their team.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very odd that a Tiny would go for a Moonshard over an Assault Cuirass, right? That's not an item that I would recommend, unless somebody else is getting that Assault Cuirass. Right, in that case, alright, go for it. And I think we're gonna see that. Yeah, actually, there we go. Miracle already has it.
Roche. They doing Roche now. The
Think
thing
about
with
how
this
hard it is to kill that Alchemist, by the way.
Alchemist?
Mm-hmm.
That's not their biggest problem.
Yeah, but you can't kill him. You can't kill the Alchemist. You can't kill the Tiny.
This
Who do you
Tiny
kill?
is just insane. Did you see Roche? Roche died in like 5 seconds.
Oh, the poor little guy. Oh, he
I don't
finally
think
found an alpha world, by the
Alchemist
way.
is the biggest problem for CDEC. This Tiny is insane. This is probably like the best Tiny I have watched. The
Definitely
best
the
Tiny
most
game.
farm timey.
The best Tiny game. He
Uh-oh.
got I mean Alchemist gave him an Aghanim's.
Oh, that hurts so bad. Look at the towers. They just vanished.
Yeah. How do they kill him? He has an Aegis, and they have to make it quick. Like, if you let the Tiny hit Rux, he's gonna kill them. And they use the glyph now.
They're
He
not
gets
killing him.
silenced.
Do you know how they're gonna kill him?
They can't.
They won't.
They can't.
They won't. It's just not happening.
Look
He's
at the
going in
tower.
right here. It just vanishes.
Yeah. 3000 HP.
Satanic now down on the Tiny. He just
Yeah.
started with the lifesteal. He already has the Satanic.
They are hitting him, but he's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just
He's
want your
ready to
tower.
die for this. He's fine with that.
Oh my god!
Just a few swings and he's already out.
Couldn't even
Already
blink
up to
out.
full HP. Oh my god, they went on the IO, but they couldn't do it. The Killer keeps him alive. Now we got the Winter's Curse coming out on Moon, but he's just fine. Miracle doesn't deal any damage. Shiki caught out. Shiki's dead. Shiki goes down. The Queen of Pain is also there. Q gonna be next.
They can't.
They can't.
They
This
can't
is
kill
it.
the Alchemist. The Tiny.
But they can't kill the Alchemist either. They couldn't even kill the IO.
They can't kill anyone. This is just so well protected. And they call the GG.
That's
Jesus.
it. Yeah, I mean, what are they
That's-
gonna do?
Yeah.
Look at
This-
that. Lotte just dies to Bell and tanks it. He doesn't
Yeah.
care.
This is a very fed, very farmed, very fat Tiny. That's
That's a-
very well protected by his teammates at the same time.
Man, that guy's not just fat and farmed and protected. Holy shit, dude. Gotta go on a
can't-
diet after that
it's
one.
unstoppable.
Yeah.
400 last hits. And
That's
everyone
crazy.
else, look at the last hits of CDEC and then look at OG. They have all the farm on no tail. They have
Mm.
everything on no tail.
But I think like that's actually just the difference in styles, right? CDEC will spread the farm out a lot more
Yeah.
than other teams would,
Yeah.
which I usually like. It just didn't work this game, and honestly, I think
Yeah,
like a big
yeah.
part of that, their draft just didn't work. I don't know what they were thinking, picking up the Brood Mother after like Tiny IO had already been picked.
Yeah,
This is
they
just
couldn't.
weird.
They just couldn't stop. The Tiny is just unstoppable.
Yeah, that was odd. But either way, great game from OG, and I think
Yeah,
that's
so
it
OG
for game one.
Game 1 goes to OG. This is a best of 3. Remember
Yes.
that nothing is decided yet. This is only game 1, best of 3.
Let's go, game two.
So, game 2 right now. We want it right now.
So,
Give-